What if I told you that there were 5 things that no one mentions at the diagnosis appointment, or probably your pediatrician doesn't even know this, and that other autism parents actually might judge you for believing these things? In my 20 years of working with complex autistic children and their families, these are the truths that separate families who make real progress from families who stay stuck. Now, don't worry, even if you're way past the diagnosis stage, these 5 truths are going to help you and your child make great progress no matter how old they are. For those of you new to the channel, I'm Dr. Dana Johnson, an occupational therapist with a PhD in child mental health and development, and I help parents of complex autistic children understand what's really driving their child's challenges. Now, many of the clients that I work with come in and have motor skill delays. Now, that's typically a given for individuals with autism. When I first started working in this field, I would address those fine motor skills. I would help them with buttoning. I would help them with handwriting. I would help them with any other fine motor skill that they needed to do. But I was missing such a huge piece of it. What I discovered was that it goes beyond fine and gross motor skills. What I now see is what's called whole body apraxia. Now, what is whole body apraxia? Whole body apraxia is a disconnect between the brain and the body. Now, that sounds a little strange. What it actually is that the individual can fully comprehend what is being asked, but they don't have the neuro connections to connect that thought with the action. So they can't get their body to actually go. They can't get their body to follow through with what you're asking or even what they want to do. So truth number 1, your child has a motor planning challenge that goes beyond fine and gross motor delays. Now, parents often tell me, and this typically comes up in the intake or the assessment session, that their child also has a diagnosis of intellectual disability. And that often comes with the diagnosis of complex or profound autism. And when I probe a little bit further and I ask them questions like, well, how do you know this? And they'll say things like, well, the teacher says that they can't identify all their letters, or they can't match the colors, or they don't follow through with what I'm asking them to do. And so then I dig a little further and soon come to realize that parents actually are questioning it deep down. They're actually thinking, maybe my child knows way more, but this is not what I'm being told by the professionals. Well, I'm here to tell you truth number 2, and that is that your child does understand and they can learn. They have this ability. Now, how do I know this? Well, I know this because of truth number 1, which is that they have a motor planning challenge. Remember, I said that they can't connect their thought with the action. And so if you're asking them to do something, or the teacher's asking them, what letter is this? And they can't point to it, or they don't follow through with what you're asking them to do, that doesn't mean they don't understand and they can't learn. That means that they have a motor planning challenge. They can't connect that thought with the action. Their body is stuck. Another common thing that I hear from parents is that their child struggles with bathroom-related issues, things like constipation, diarrhea, bloating, or gas. And I'm here to say, truth number 3, this is not just autism. Unfortunately, so many children and adults, for that matter, who are diagnosed with complex autism have additional medical issues, and GI problems are common. The constipation, all of this is too common. And again, it's not just autism. Typical doctors aren't trained in this area, but I'm going to link resources in my description to get you to see doctors who actually get it. It's so important because being on Miralax forever and ever is not okay and is not healthy for your child. So look at those resources and find someone who can help you. Now, I was talking with one of my parents last week about anxiety and stress, and it actually wasn't about their child's anxiety and stress. It was actually about their anxiety and stress. And when I asked them what they do for self-care, they literally looked at me like I was nuts. They don't remember anything like that, anything related to self-care since their child was diagnosed. Now, here's truth number 4. Taking care of yourself is taking care of your child. One of the biggest fears of parents from those that I've talked with say, I'm afraid of what's going to happen to my child when I'm gone. And yes, that's a huge fear. Well, I'm here to say that if you're not taking care of yourself, then that length of time that you're taking care of your child or your lifespan can be significantly shortened. And I want you to take care of yourself. I want you to plan that. Please don't think that it's selfish because your child needs you. You probably heard the saying, when you've met one person with autism, you've met one person with autism. Now, that is very true because every single individual that I work with has a totally different profile. They're completely different. And that's also part of why I love what I do. If it was the same every day, it would be boring. So truth number 5, your story is your story, okay? Because your child is like no other child. So you need to be confident so that you can advocate for your child. You know your experience. So no matter what anybody else says, it's your experience. And so you are the expert in your child. So many parents that I talk with say, I knew that they were in there. I knew that they were understanding me. I knew. And you're right, you did know. And it's all of us, all of these professionals, myself at one point included. And I want you to understand that you are your child's biggest advocate. And so whatever your story is, own it. And that is going to be the biggest support for your child. Now, some of these truths may have hit hard, or maybe you're actually feeling validated for the first time, or maybe you're feeling angry that no one told you this sooner. Maybe you're feeling hope that there's actually a path forward. All of these feelings that you might be feeling after what we just talked about, they're completely valid. Now, here's what I want you to remember. These 5 truths are just the beginning. There is so much more that can help you and your child. Practical strategies, medical insights, way to advocate effectively. Now, check out the description below for more of these resources and information to sign up for my newsletter and my free ebook. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button right now and share with other parents who might need to hear this. Maybe it's someone who's struggling, maybe they feel stuck, or maybe they feel alone in this. And I release videos every single week, specifically for parents of complex autistic children about the information that no one else is talking about. Now remember, you're not doing this alone. We are all in this together. Thank you, and I will see you on my next video.